Hello, my name is Rachel Sumter, and I'm going to be discussing the frustration-induced criminality. To begin, several learning investigators have noted that when organisms, including humans, are prevented from responding in a way that had previously produced rewards, their behavior often becomes more energetic and vigorous. Researchers assume that these responses result from an aversive internal state of arousal that they call frustration. When behavior directed at specific goals is blocked, arousal increases and the individual experiences a drive to reduce it. Behavior is energized, but more significantly, the responses that led to a reduction in the arousal may be strengthened or reinforced. This suggests that people who employ violence to reduce frustration will, under extreme frustration, become more vigorous than usual, possibly even resulting in murder and other violent actions. It also suggests that violent behavior directed at reducing frustration will be reinforced, since it reduces unpleasant arousal by altering the precipitating event or stimuli. According to Leonardo Berkowitz, criminal personalities were divided into two main classifications. The first one being socialized offender, and the second one being the individual offender. Socialized offenders offend because they have learned to or they expect rewards as a result of their interactions with the social environment. I'm going to be focusing on, or mainly on, the individual offender because it is a frustration-induced crime. The individual offender is the product of a long, possibly intense series of frustrations resulting from unmet needs. And according to Berkowitz, both modeling and frustration are involved in the development of criminal behavior. Yet one of the life experiences favors a criminal style. Berkowitz stated that most lawbreakers may have been exposed to some combination of frustration and aggressively antisocial models. He also adds an important dimension to frustration, suggesting that it is particularly intense if an individual has high expectancy of reaching a goal and who feel they have some personal control over their lives are more likely to react strongly to interference than those who feel hopeless. In the first case, delay or blockage may create intense anger and even a violent response if the frustrated individual believes that type of response will eliminate the interference. The power of frustration may well have been what Maslow was referring to when he stated that crime and delinquency represent a legitimate revolt against exploitation, injustice, and unfairness. The frustration hypothesis also fits neatly into theories offered by radical or conflict criminologists. And individuals who feel suppressed by the power and feel they have a right to reap society's beliefs or benefits may very well experience intense frustration at continuing domination. These criminalists would prefer though that the focus be on those who hold the power rather than on those who commit the crime out of possible frustration. There is also such thing called frustration-induced riots. The frustration-induced theory helps to explain the behavior of looters during unexpected events such as floods, fires, electrical blackouts, hurricanes, tornadoes, any of the unexpected events. This theory also cited when criminal activity occurs following controversial decisions associated with the criminal justice system. Here's an example for you. In 1993, after a jury acquitted 4 Los Angeles police officers of aggravated assault in the beating of Rodney King, 4 days of rioting ensued, and 58 people were killed. And as for the damage, it was estimated to be about $1 million in damage. The LA riots were widely perceived to be a reflection of frustration with what was perceived to be a racist criminal justice system. Although many of the rioters were black, not all of them were black. People of all ages and diverse racial and ethnic backgrounds stole food, alcohol, firearms, and electronics. On another account, there have been numerous accounts of peaceful demonstrations and protests after a perceived injustice, even when major disruptions or riots were feared. So, in conclusion, the role of frustration in criminal behavior can be complex, and it may be a matter of degree. But Berkowitz's hypothesizes that the more intense and frequent the frustration is in a person's life, the more susceptible and sensitive the person is to subsequent frustration. Thank you.